Meera, Sip Ru Mataji, Sip Dasi, Sip Partiyama, Sip Sangamji, Sip Tina, Sip Raju, Sip Sagai, Sip Rekha, and the rest, Sip Atmatray. The rest of you I cannot see, but welcome to the call. Many people are missing the bus. Today's subject, are we going to miss the bus? And many people miss the bus because they all want to come in the nth moment. But you see the picture, suppose you miss the bus, will the bus wait for you? How often have you missed a bus in life? I missed the bus many times in my life. I have missed. And I try to make it a habit to be a little earlier so I don't miss the bus. So my dear friends, what do you understand by the subject? What are you understanding? When I'm asking you, are you going to miss the bus? What are you understanding by the subject? And are you a person who wants to miss the bus or don't want to miss the bus? Or I don't know. This is one of my freak thoughts. I get so many different subjects. So tell me, what do you think about missing the bus? Rico.
Shivoham, everybody.
Sip.
Yes. So in my case, I can say, or in many people on this call can say that the question doesn't apply, not applicable to me.
For you, why?
Because we are already in the bus. We are traveling. Journey started. Then where is the question of missing the bus?
Good. I like it. I like your attitude. I like your attitude that I am already in the bus. But whether it's just coming on the Zoom call is already in the bus or you're in the bus stand. Are you in the bus or are you in the bus stand? I don't know.
I want to tell you one more thing.
Go ahead, you can tell me as many things as you like.
As you said, you miss bus and many times. I also miss bus, train. One time, I was to catch one train, and I was a little bit late. So train already started moving from the platform. And I was so desperate to catch the train. I tried to grab the train. I fell down.
Oh my God.
I fell down.
Oh my, and you hurt yourself.
I hurt myself. And on top of it, railway staff came and catch me. You are trying to suicide. You are trying to suicide. Come inside.
Put a case on you. No. See, today's subject has got many perspectives. There are some people who don't want to catch the bus. There are some people who don't know they have to catch the bus. There are some people who do not know which bus to catch. There are some people who don't know where is the bus stand. So there are many different situations. So that's why I'm asking each of you to give me your perspective. What is this? Are we going to miss the bus? So you have to answer. I'm asking, Ru Mataji, aap bataiye, bus kya hua aapka bus ka? Ru Mataji.
Shivoham, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, bataiye.
Guruji, earlier you have planned a ship for us, enlightenment ship. Now bus has come. We are already in the bus.
तो same Bliko का आंसर कॉपी कर रहे हैं आप?
नहीं कॉपी नहीं कर रहे. पहले हम शिप में थे, सेल कर रहे थे. अब हम बस में जा रहे. We are going in the bus.
But are you going to miss the bus?
No, we are already in the bus.
उसका मतलब क्या हुआ पता है आपको? If
we
you are already
on the path of enlightenment.
गलत बात. Ru Mataji, if you are already in the bus, then you are going to reach the destination.
Yes, Guruji.
But are you already in this ship?
Yes.
Which ship?
Enlightenment ship.
हाँ, आप already हैं? क्या guarantee है आप follow करेगी?
Follow करते हैं गुरुजी.
Suppose शैतान जाग जाता है, फिर आप जलेबी में खो जाती है, फिर मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ?
नहीं जलेबी में तो कभी भी नहीं खोते. We are never lost in jalebi samosa.
No, the point is this. You know, I have been meeting in the last few days many people, many rich people, rich and famous, and I feel sad that people who are not on this journey, they are struggling through life. Even today, I met some people. and they talk to me about trauma. They say life is such a trauma. Why is my life such a trauma? I am suffering. I am so unhappy. People cry. They shed tears. And I tell them, you think life is a trauma because you don't realize it's a drama. The moment you realize it's a drama, then you say, ye to ek natak hai, kuch sach na hai, Prabhu ki ye leela hai, sab maya hai, hum to kalakar hai, aate jate hai. We say this. उसकी जो मर्जी है वो होता है. So it's very important. Rumata ji, don't take it for granted that you are already on the bus. हाँ, इतना मैं बोल सकता हूँ, बस स्टैंड पे तो है.
नहीं नहीं गुरुजी, इतना पीछे मत करिए. गुरुजी, we are the bus.
Okay. I like your confidence. मतलब आप confident है, आप बस में है और मतलब आप जाए destination तक पहुंचेगी.
पहुंचेगी 100%.
Good. Ashok Chotwani, आप बताइए, where are you on in the bus analogy? Ashok.
Shivam, yes, sir.
Shivam, sir. Shivam.
Sir, there is no question of missing the bus.
No question.
Yeah, because we are already traveling in the bus.
अरे, all of you are in the same. आप लोग सब समझते हैं Zoom call में है, मतलब बस में है सब लोग.
And day by day, we are moving ahead on the journey of enlightenment or spirituality. Previously, we were totally ignorant. Now we have experienced who I am, what is purpose of my life, what is birth, death, who is God, where is God. Day by day, we are removing our ignorance. And for enlightenment, we are following the principles of Vivek, Vairagya, Shatasampat, and Mumukshutva. So definitely, we will win the race, win the traveling.
Ashok Chotwani has convinced me. He has convinced me that he is my guru. I have to fold hands and say, Guruji, Ashok Chotwani, Guruji.
No, sir. We are your disciples, sir.
My dear friends, today it's a very relaxed Saturday evening. है ना? Saturday, Sunday, sometimes लोगों को मतलब कॉल में आने को मन नहीं करता है. So I like to have a little casual Saturday, Sunday का थोड़ा कम से कम. So the point is that some people say we are on the bus. And you know what some people tell? Some people tell me, bus. मतलब enough of your enlightenment. मैं तो थक गई. I cannot digest your spirituality so much. Please, बंद करो तुम्हारा बस. तो ऐसे भी लोग हैं जो बस में जाना चाहते हैं और ऐसे भी लोग हैं जो बोलते हैं बस करो तुम्हारी बातें. Samatma, which condition are you then, Girish? Samatma, tell me.
Shivoham, sir.
Sure.
I will not miss the bus, but at present I'm still on the first step of the bus. I have not climbed in fully, but with little more efforts, I'm sure I will go inside.
So you say you are still climbing the bus, is what you say?
Yes.
I like that also. I like that. Because, let me tell you one thing, Samatma. You should say you are on the bus when nobody can tell you bus. Nobody should be able to tell you, Samatma, bus karo. Nobody in the world should be able to stop you. Then only I can say you are in the bus. If there is anything that is stopping you, whether there is desires, whether there is ignorance, whether there's fences, faces, faces, forces, if there is something that is stopping you from the journey of enlightenment, you are not yet on the bus. So don't take it for granted. Don't just say, I'm in the bus. No, I like Samatma saying, I'm trying to climb the bus. Because once you're in the bus, you can't get off the bus. It is like what Bliko told the train. You can't, it's not like Indian railways, you just pull the chain and the train will stop. No, ye enlightenment train mein koi stop button nahi. Once you're in the bus, you will reach Nirvana. Okay, good. Thank you, Samatma. Who else was there? Girish wanted to speak, but Vinita wants to say. Yes, Girish and then Vinita. Girish.
बस स्टैंड पे खड़ा हूँ, 4G सिग्नल मिल रहा है,
हाँ.
ऐसे ही मिलता रहेगा 4G का सिग्नल, तो बस आते वक्त मैं चढ़ पाऊंगा, सफर कर जाऊंगा, उस पर पहुंच जाऊंगा.
So Girish says, I'm waiting in the bus stand and my GPS is working. The GPS is showing me the 4G signal. With what 4G? I don't know. He means 4G is kya hai? Oh, that G. I thought you created some new 4G signal. Okay, he has got, now the 5Gs have come. So 4G signal, Girish is saying grace of the Guru, grace of God and guidance of the Guru. And I'm ready to climb the bus. But Girish, don't miss the bus. Don't miss the bus means sometimes, you know the problem, ladies and gentlemen, you know the problem. Biggest problem, can I tell you? You know the biggest problem. Sometimes we climb the wrong bus. When you climb the wrong bus, then you cannot, if your bus is wrong, then your destination cannot be right. How can your destination be right? You thought it's the same bus. It was both a yellow color bus. You did not see the number of the bus. You jumped into the bus. Bus ho gaya. Bus ho gaya. So this journey, this bus to enlightenment has got a lot of, like Ashok Chotwani, nice, beautifully he mentioned. Ashok Chotwani said, Vivek, Vairagya, Shat Shampat, Mumukshutvam. I thought he will continue. I thought he will continue saying, I am a yogi. I will be Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Prema Yoga. But he did not get into all the, but yes, I know he could have continued. Ashok Chotwani could have continued the session. My dear friends, getting onto this bus is not easy. You are all in the bus. I can tell you that you are all in the bus, but I'm not sure how many of you will remain in the bus. You notice in this call, many people, they attend this call 1 week, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. After that, you see them on the call. After that, they are gone. But there are people who are in this call. May I know, Vinita, before I ask you to speak, can I know from how long you are on the call? Please unmute and tell from how long you all have been attending Zoom call. Who can tell me from how long?
Since the beginning.
Since how long? Since how long? Couple of years?
Maybe 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Girish has been on this call every day from 2.5 years. Who else?
I am there for nearly 2.5 years.
2.5 years, Samatma on the call every day.
Same here, 2.5 years.
Dasi, 2.5 years. Okay. Who else?
Almost a year.
Even I am attending.
Liko joined only 1 year back, but Liko is there every day. Who else?
Guruji, I am also there.
Guru Mata ji, kab se hain aap?
Shuru se hi.
Shuru se. So there are many people who are in the
Even
bus.
I'm here shuru se AiR.
Shuru se, Rekha Parwani. Shuru
From
se.
last 2 years, sir.
Ashok Chotwani from last 2 years. So you
Yes,
notice there are many people who have, they are not only in the bus, they are clinging on. They're holding that bus. They're holding the rod. You know, sometimes have you noticed some people in the bus, they don't hold that pole and they fall down in the bus. Have you noticed some people, they fall in the bus because they are not holding. Sangam Gupta says, I'm here for 2 years. So my dear friends, this journey is a journey of commitment. It's a journey of dedication, not to me. Don't think you're committed to me. Many of you all think, oh, I'm committed to AiR. No, why are you committed to me? Don't tell you're committed to me. You're committed to yourself. You are committed to yourself. You're committed to your enlightenment. You're committed to SIP. You're committed to the supreme power. You're committed to your nirvana. You're committed to your happiness. You're committed to your purpose. You're committed to your life. This is not being committed to me, my dear friends. It's committed to yourself. Vinita.
Sir, I boarded the bus about 20 days ago and I'm very, very happy I did so.
You boarded the bus 20 days ago and you're very happy.
Very happy. And
what
I'm
makes-
very grateful to my sister to have shown me the right number and also shown me the bus stand and told me the right bus to board.
But what makes you, what's the guarantee that you've got onto the right bus? What if it's not the right bus? What if it's the wrong bus?
I don't think it's a wrong bus because I'm finding myself much calmer ever since I've started.
So you
Ever
enjoy
since
the
I
journey.
boarded the bus.
You think you're going to be on this journey. You're not going to get off the
I
bus.
want to be on the journey, God willing, and everything circumstances willing.
You know what happens very often? some circumstances will pull us off the bus.
Yes.
It may be a wrong influence.
Yes.
It may be sometimes somebody doesn't agree to one point of view.
Right.
No, if you don't agree to a point of view, that you can argue, you can discuss here. You are not supposed to be a parrot in this call. You're supposed to question. Nobody stops you from questioning. We are all in this together. We are all on the journey to nirvana, to moksha. And this bus is going. This is not like that, in have you heard, Vinita, in Kashi, there's one Mukti Labh Bhavan. Is it called Mukti Labh Bhavan? You know that?
No,
There's
not
one
really.
Mukti Labh Bhavan. All the people who are over 70, 80 years are waiting in queue to go to that Mukti Labh Bhavan. Because if you die in Kashi, in that Mukti Labh Bhavan, from there straight you will go to Swarga. Straight away you will go to Swarga. That's the belief. So
Never mind whether you've done your karma or not.
that's what they treat. That's what they say. All you've got to do is you've got to die in Kashi. And if you die in Kashi, then you have got punya. And that punya will take you straight to Swarga. Although they burn your body on earth, do you think you will go to heaven? So this is the problem. Thank you, Vinita. Tina, what do you have to say, Tina? Unmute, please. Tina, please unmute. Unmute. Yes, please.
Guruji, I've been here for the past 20 days.
Yes.
So I've just reached the bus stop. I'm waiting for the right bus to put my right leg in.
Good. That's a nice, very nice and simple way of putting it. She said, I'm waiting. I'm already in the bus stop and I'm waiting for the bus. My dear friends, it's very important for you, for me, for all of us to get onto the right bus. And remember this, it is very easy to get onto the wrong bus. When I was in Amsterdam in 1985, 37 years ago, when I was a kid, I was a teenager and I was waiting for the train, I boarded the wrong train. The same train, but in the opposite direction. Instead of reaching Amsterdam city, I reached France. Before I could know it, I was out of Amsterdam. I was out of Holland. And the next morning, I had to come back, take the train and come back. So all I'm saying is that it is very easy for us to get carried away. The problem these days, sometimes I worry. Some of you listen to so many speakers, philosophers, authors who are teaching the wrong things. Now, let me tell you, everybody doesn't teach the same and the right thing. Now, if you try to see what are we talking about, we are talking about Advaita. We are talking about Upanishad, Vedas. We are talking about what the Ramakrishna vision, Vivekananda, Ramakrishna Paramahansa. We are talking about Chinmayananda. We are talking about Sivananda. We are talking about Ramana Maharishi. We are talking about Adi Shankara and the Shankar Mat. All these philosophies are linked to our belief system. So it's not that I am just waking up every night in the middle of the night and cooking something and coming and gassing here and every day to you. No. These are all principles, and these principles are arguable. When you're in the bus, you're not supposed to keep your mouth shut. Don't keep your mouth shut. If you keep your mouth shut, it's as good as you are not in the bus. You must open your mouth. You must question. Where are we going? Where is the bus going? When it will go? What is the speed? What are we doing? Why are we not doing? No, you must ask questions. It's very, very important. So let me stop and let me give you all a chance to question me on any subject of enlightenment, of happiness. There are people who are struggling for peace. There are people who don't know the purpose. There are people who have got self-realization. They don't know God realization. You're all in different. Let me tell you one thing. Each of you is in the different, you may be in the bus, but you're in the different point in the highway to the destination enlightenment. Each of you is not in the same point of the journey. Each of you is in a different point, and therefore you have to ask me a question relevant to where you are. Where you are, where are you stuck? What is holding you back? And I'm here to guide you with the best of my ability. Over to you. Let us have some interesting questions. Atmatray. Atmatray, unmute, please.
हाँ
Yes, sir.
शिवम सर
Sure.
सर जानने वाले को जानो ऐसा बोलते हैं जानने वाला कौन है उसे कैसे जाना जा सकता है I want to ask.
जानने वाला को जानो. Depends who is writing this, where you're writing this, in what context.
जानने वाले के नहीं, हम क्या करते सब बाहर की चीज जानते हैं, मगर अगर खुद को नहीं जानते तो खुद को जानो, ऐसा मतलब.
So see, you can see it in so many ways. No, Atmatray. Suppose I'm saying, suppose today somebody is telling AiR is जानने वाला. If AiR is जानने वाला, उसको पहले जानो. Whether he's really जानने वाला or he's a मारने वाला, or what is he? So, and what you are saying now, from your perspective, जानने वाला is you. जानने वाला को जानो. Very good. That is a very beautiful. That is exactly what Ramana Maharishi said when he said Nan Yar. Or what many of you say, Koham, 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 Soham, Soham, Shivoham, Shivoham, Janne Wala ko Jano. In what perspective you are saying, you have to realize who am I? Atmatray, you have any doubt who are you, Atmatray? You have any doubt who you are?
No, sir. I am a spark of unique life.
Who are you?
But I am saying only, I am not experiencing or realizing it.
See now, good. So Atmatray, today you have said something very important. Please repeat what you said, Atmatray. Where are you and where are you and where are you stuck? Please tell clearly.
Yes, clearly. I always say, or I know, I am a spark of unique life.
Correct.
But I can't realize it. Why?
You can't realize God. You are not able to realize God. So let us take Atmatray's situation, my dear friends. Atmatray, there needs to be a lot of commitment for you to realize God. Because now let me explain to you. You say, I realize who am I.
Yes.
So you realize you are the spark of unique life. You are the soul.
Right, sir.
So what is the soul, Atmatray? What is soul?
It is just a spark of a ship.
Correct. Where are you sitting now, Atmatray? Where are you sitting?
In my house.
In your house. Any light is there above your head? I can see some lights.
Yes.
Where the current is coming from, Atmatray?
MECB.
The current is coming from the electricity board.
Electricity.
Now the electricity board is giving current. Different electricity board is giving current to your neighbor, or the same electricity board.
Same.
Any doubt is there?
No.
Why then, if there is no doubt that the power supply in both houses is coming from same board, then why you are doubting that your soul and the neighbor's soul, both souls are coming from SIP?
Each one is different.
No, I understand both souls are from SIP, but I am only knowing that I am a spark of unique life, but realization.
No, one second. You know you are a spark of unique life.
Yeah.
And you know that another human being also is spark of unique life.
Yes, right.
And you know whether it's a bird in the sky, the bird is flying in the sky, that bird also is spark of unique life.
Same, yes.
And the dog also is there and the cow also is there, all are spark of unique life.
Correct.
Why do you, how do you prove they are all spark of unique life? Suppose I tell you no, they have no spark of unique life. How are you sure they have got spark of unique life?
I realize that Jiva is the spark of, and they all are.
How can you be convinced that they have got soul in them? How can you be convinced?
How they get birth and death.
Correct. You are 100% clear, Atmatray. There is no doubt in your head. They have got. They will go through birth and their death. Therefore, they all have got spark of unique life.
Correct.
The last question: what is that spark of unique life? What is that spark of unique life?
Jivatma?
No. What is that spark of unique life? Where does the electricity come from?
Ship. Electricity.
Board. Where does soul come from? Where does the soul come from?
Ship only.
So then you know the answer.
Right.
Now, what is stopping you from realizing is your mind.
Yeah.
As long as your mind is in the way, as long as mind and ego, me, are in the way, Atmatray, you cannot realize it. As long as mind and ego is coming in the way, you cannot realize Atmatraya. You have got to kill the mind. You have got to still the mind. You need consciousness. You need to be in consciousness. The answer you know. So which means that the water is in the fridge, but the water is only water. It is not ice. Why the water is not ice?
Because it has not crystallized.
No crystallized. You know the answer.
Right.
Just continue. Try. So I'm giving you an exercise, Atmatraya. When I'm asking you a question, when you meet everybody nowadays, what do you do, Atmatraya? How do you greet them?
I bow down. I says, I see. I can. I have to see Sipinol.
No. I don't think you're doing. Now I'm suggesting something to you. Will you follow?
Sure.
Will you follow, please?
Definitely.
For my sake, will you follow?
Sure.
And all of you who are having this difficulty, like Atmatraya, all of you who are having the difficulty, you know that everybody is sick, but you're not able to realize it. Atmatraya, all you've got to do is what I do when I come on this call.
Okay.
I say, sip Girish, sip Bliko, sip Atmatraya. I do for everybody, Atmatraya. I do or I don't do.
You do, sir.
Please do it, Atmatraya, from today onwards. When you come to a cow, please fold your hands and say, sip Gau Mataji. And if you see a dog, say, sip Tommy, sip Tommy, sip Tommy.
Yeah.
If you see a bird, say, sip birdie, sip birdie. If you see a neighbor whom you hate a lot, you see a neighbor who gives you blood pressure, that also. If it is Murli, you must say, sip Murli, sip Murli, sip Murli.
Yes.
When you start doing this, one day will come, you will break the barrier.
Sir, I feel Sipinol, but I am not saying that as you told now.
You start saying from today.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, by saying this, it will become a mantra. It will change your whole approach. It will change.
Okay. Surely, I will do, sir.
You try, and after 2 days, give us a result. After 2 days, or maybe even tomorrow, you try today. 24 hours, you try. Tomorrow, you give us a report in the Zoom call.
Okay.
24-hour report you give us. How many people you are able to say? You try to count and tell us.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are going on now to. Thank you.
Another second question.
Yes, sir. Tell me. Yes.
सर सभी अशुभ हम सभी अशुभ से बचना चाहते हैं. हाँ, गीता में कहा है शुभ अशुभ परित्यागी, यानी शुभ और अशुभ दोनों को छोड़ दो, यानी अद्वैत बनो. तो
बिकॉज शुभ अशुभ है ही नहीं ना आत्मत्रय. ये शुभ अशुभ किसने बनाया? ये शुभ अशुभ किसने बनाया? भगवान ने बनाया क्या? Who made शुभ अशुभ?
हाँ, इंसान ने बनाया.
फिर गलत
अच्छा और बुरा.
गलत है. कुछ भी अच्छा नहीं, कुछ भी बुरा नहीं है. Nothing is good or bad. Everything is perfect.
I see.
Everything is Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Some people feel a lizard is ugly. Some people feel a lizard is ugly, but to another lizard, the lizard is very beautiful.
Okay.
Some white skinned person looks at a kale. He says, looks at a black person and says, "ये क्या काला है? काला क्या काला है?" वो काला बोलता है, "हम काले हैं तो क्या हुआ? दिल वाले हैं." So I'm just saying.
I understand, sir. We are not hating, but I want to say, good karma or bad karma. We are. Bad karma से बचना चाहिए ना?
No, even good karma and bad karma don't matter. We want to go beyond karma. We want liberation from karma. That only is mukti. Good karma is not mukti. Good karma will bring you back. It will tie you back in your karma.
Yes.
In the karma bhumi, you will become a karta, and you have to come back to get. You have to come back to be rewarded.
Yeah.
You don't want to come back to be rewarded. So no need of doing good karma, no need of doing bad karma. You have to reach the state of saying, I am not the karta. जब हूँ मैं कुछ भी नहीं करता ना मैं करता तू ही सब कुछ है तेरी माया. जब हूँ मैं कुछ भी नहीं Karta naam hai, karta tu hi.
Okay.
Remember this verse. Okay. Girish and Bliss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
हम सबको ऐसा एक बस ड्राइवर मिल गया है, उसने पहले से ही मंजिल को छू के दोबारा एक ट्रिप आया है, हमें बोल रहा है कि मैं दोबारा उधर जा रहा हूँ, आप भी चढ़ जाओ, तुम्हें मंजिल ना कि सिर्फ मैं दिखाऊंगा, उधर ले जाऊंगा भी, तो फिक्र क्या है?
बट कोई लोग बोलता है ये बस ड्राइवर पागल है, इसने क्या मंजिल देखा है, ये तो झूम बराबर झूम, ये कुछ शराब पी के आ गया ये बस ड्राइवर, सारा हमें क्या ले जाएगा ये मंजिल तक. So what is the key word? Key word is Vishwas. Key word is faith. How many people have bharosa? How many people are holding the hand? How many people are saying, I will not let go of your hand? How many people? I held my hand of my Guru and I told my Guru, Dada, I will not leave your hand. छोड़ो ना मैं उसका हाथ, वो है मेरे भोलेनाथ, भोलेनाथ जो मेरे साथ, भोलेनाथ साथ तो चिंता ना, भोलेनाथ साथ तो डरना क्या. You have a guru who becomes a god on earth, but it's not easy to trust a guru because the mind will find the faults in the guru. The mind will tell, oh, Guru the rascal. The mind will tell Guru's shaitan. Huh? Who? The shaitan in the head is telling the Guru is shaitan. Then if you think the Guru only is shaitan, then how can you become Bhagavan?
एक और पॉइंट बोलना है.
हाँ.
बस में हम चढ़ने के लिए अभी वेट कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक बार बस में बैठ गए, फिर सारा बोझ हमको मंजिल तक पहुंचाने के लिए ड्राइवर के ऊपर ही है, हमारा ऊपर नहीं है.
सही बात है. What you say is correct.
Guruji, I am also with Girish ji. When you are there, we don't have to worry. We are in the bus.
रूमता जी, लेकिन अगर आप लोग बस में हैं, अगर आप लोग बस में आग लगा दिया तो फिर कैसे होगा काम?
नहीं, आपके होते हो ही नहीं सकता. It can't be possible.
So all I'm saying is that, there are many analogies we can use. You have to have faith in your Guru. If you don't have faith in your Guru, if I had no faith in my Guru, I would not, because when my Guru told me shut down the business, I was 40, I was shocked. I told Dada, what are you talking? I told my Guru, Dada, what are you talking? Are you sure? He said, you go and ask Shiva. You don't believe me, you ask Shiva. He showed me how to talk to Shiva. So, something, it's not easy to trust because it's not our fault. The fault is that of the mind. M-I-N-D, miserable, ignorance, negativity, desires. The mind is desiring the wrong things. The mind is giving negative thoughts. The mind is creating ignorance. The mind is making us miserable.
But
Otherwise,
Guruji, we are having faith in you, 100%.
एक बात मैं बोलता हूं, if we have faith in the Guru, which is unshakable, and if the Guru is the right Guru, there are two important things. First of all, the bus should be the right bus. And second, what Girish said, we should not get off the bus. Correct? Two things. We should get onto suppose you're sitting in the wrong bus and that man is taking you or that Guru is taking you in all different directions. You will reach that direction. Two important points we are talking about. One, get onto the right bus. And two, don't say bus. Get onto the right bus and don't say bus, which means continue unshaking and without any stopping, without shaking, without getting off the bus. Don't leave it. You are sure to reach your destination. What Girish said, because the job is not in your hands. As long as you're in the bus and it's the right bus, you will reach the destination. But are you in the right bus? Be sure of it. And are you going to stick on to sitting in your chair? Are you going to hold tight? See, there are many people, I'm telling you, who don't miss one day in this call. There are many people, rare to find, they don't miss the call. Yeah, because they realize it's so important. Even one day is important. Every day on this call takes, I don't like to miss. I'm forced to miss once a month or so when I'm traveling to Finland. I can't change the flight timing. So I'm forced to miss one day. But I don't like to miss. I don't like the bus to be missing even one day. Okay, Bliss and then Bliko. Thank you. Bliss.
Hi, Shwambi.
Shivoham, Bliss.
I am in the bus since 2020. 2020?
2020, you're on the bus.
It's from the start?
From the start, you are in the bus.
Yes. 2020, it was a start.
How did you come on the bus? Who told you about this bus?
I see many things, and I think it's you. You called me. I see. I don't remember. RVM.
Okay.
RVM call.
Bliss has been following me even before many years. Bliss has been following. So Bliss came on to this Zoom call in the beginning, when the call used to be only every Friday. It was 1 year we started only Friday. Many of you were in that call. I think Girish, Samatma, Rekha, Rumataji, all of you were in the call. Since earlier it was only once a week. And then after that, it became every day. And so, so Bliss, you want to say something more, Bliss?
I am right. You can
Right.
write.
Bliss is written. In French, they say bus. I think there's a bus. They say bus. So I'm also telling her bus. Okay. Rekha Parvani and then Bliko. Rekha Parvani.
Shivoham AiR.
Shivoham.
I'm in the bus with my guru from the beginning. I'm lucky I didn't get anyone to misguide me. And I'm sure I'm on the right bus, and I'm going to reach destination. My guru. That's you. And one more thing, it's like whenever I move back like one step, when it's difficult, I hear your bhajan and then I'm back. I have this bhakti with God's grace and your guidance. Yes, I am moving forward, but I'm very slow. I need to buck up. This I have to.
So I always tell people, if you want to win the race, then change your pace. I tell people, if you want to win the race, then change your pace.
Yes.
One man, he you know the story, Rekha? One man,
Yes.
he had a very good guru. He was a new guru, like how many of our ladies here, 20 days old, 30 days old. So this man he asked the guru, Guruji, how long it will take for me to reach enlightenment? So the guru said, Only guru answered, and he said, walk with me. So after walking for 1 hour, again he asked the guru, Guruji, how long it will take me to reach enlightenment? Then the Guruji said, walk with me. Then he was walking with me, Guruji, after 3 more hours, how long it will take to reach enlightenment? Then the Guruji stopped and said, 2 years and 4 months. He asked the Guru, why after asking 3 times you told, I walked with you from 5 hours, after that only you are replying back to me. The Guruji said, I did not know your speed of walking and talking and working. After walking with you for 5 hours, now I know your speed. Correct. So it's very important that each one's speed is important. What is your speed?
Yes.
I always tell, to reach enlightenment, you need QQMAS. Quality of your effort, quantity of your effort, your mental attitude, and your speed. It's called QQMAS.
Yes.
You need quality, quantity, mental attitude, and speed. All are important. Okay.
And one more thing, AiR.
Yes.
I think COVID was a blessing for us. We started the Zoom call because we couldn't come to Mandir, and you started Zoom call.
Yes. There's no doubt that our Zoom call is a gift of COVID. So while other people are thinking COVID is Dushman, we are thinking COVID is Swami. We should say Swami COVID. It is nothing but a Swami. Bliss says, I think I'm on the bus, but the driver... Bliss says, I think I'm on the bus, but the driver speaks 2 languages that I don't understand. I don't master. It's harder learning curve, but I'm still learning and enjoying the trip. So Bliss is saying she knows French and the driver speaks in English and Hindi. And Bliss is saying I'm in the right bus, but the driver speaks 2 languages which I don't understand. So so maybe either you have to find another bus. If you find a French bus, then you should jump onto the French bus. But I don't know.
We learn you French.
Okay, Bliko, and then Ashok and Swati. Yes, please.
I like this QQMS because just sitting in the bus is not enough. You have to look at your progress and monitor your speed also. Otherwise, you are sitting is not going to make you reach there. You might take more time, and the time is not with us. We don't know how much time I left with me, so I have to watch on QQMS. That is more important than anything else.
You know, Bliko, I must tell you that my Dadaji was a very nice spiritual master. But Dasi will tell you, Dasi is here on the call, I think Dasi will tell you that our Dadaji was a great spiritual master. But while Dadaji was a spiritual master, he had thousands of followers. But the problem with the thousands of followers, not all of them were following what he was saying. And not all of them were on the same frequency. So because of that, although there are thousands of followers of Dada, Dasi, that day Dasi told not many people could get enlightened because the master is the master. Sometimes it is not the bus driver. It is sometimes the passenger who suppose the bus driver is there and the bus driver is telling you, now I'm going to reach the destination, jump off. And when you reach the destination, you're sleeping in the bus. Then what the driver can do? Then the next chakkar started, you die and you come back and you're in the next chakkar again. So I think many things. Yes, Ashok and Swati, before we close.
Sir, I would like to say we all participants on Zoom call should increase the speed of our spiritual journey because there is no guarantee of life. We have today only.
Correct. So don't think you will get enlightened tomorrow or next week or next month or next year, or many of you are looking at the next decade. Some people are in their 40s, they say, I will do in the 50s. Some people in the 50s, they say, I am in the 60s. And people who are in the 30s, they think we are in the 30s, they think we are too young for enlightenment. They think that enlightenment is a Buddha game. So they think only Buddhas after 40 or 50 or 60. They don't realize that we don't know when the whistle blows, everybody goes. When the death whistle blows, everybody goes. Swati, thank you, Ashok. Thank you for saying that everybody has to not only get onto the bus, but we have to increase our pace of learning and grow and the journey. Last point, Swati.
I'm very happy that I had the last point today because first of all, I came onto the bus just about 6 months back, and I'm very thankful to AiR for holding out the hand for me for such a long time, being such a patient mentor for holding out the hand for me, and you're still holding one hand for me, and I know that there are so many other hands that are, like forces that are pushing me off the bus, but I am like my only thing is that my effort will be that I will be holding on to that one hand, and please don't leave that hand. That is the only
Thank you, Swati.
prayer.
Swati's closing comment is very good. What she's saying, I don't know if you all heard. She said, with one hand, I'm holding you and I'm holding you tightly. But my other hand, other people are pulling me away. Other people are pulling me away. And maybe I'm in the bus and maybe I'm holding your hand in the bus. But there are people outside the bus who are pulling me out of the bus, who are snatching me out of the bus, who are shaking me out of the bus. But then it's up to you. If you hold one hand only, there are chances you may slip out of the bus. But what if you hold both the hands? What if you hold both? If you hold both your hands are holding your master, then nobody can shake you out of the bus. With that note and with time crossing our limit, folded hands, I bow down.